and welcome to the review of issue 20 of White Dwarf from 14th of June 2014. In this issue, as you can see, we've got Orcs again. Before the new codex is released, we're going to have plenty of new models, and this time is no different. We've got new Big Mech with shock attack gun, amazingly changed model, and as well we've got the Big Guns, Mech Guns, which is the new model for the old guns that we know. Additionally, we've got a battle report and plenty of stuff for fluffy bunnies, for fluff bunnies, not fluffy bunnies, for fluff bunnies, and people who love backgrounds, and there's plenty of stuff on Orcs. So if you're not interested in Orcs, you can easily skip that issue, but you know, Orcs are Orcs, so just get it, because they're the funniest race in 40k. Anyway, let's hit it. Right guys, so here it is in front of us, the cover of issue 20, and on it, as you can see, we've got Big Mech with the new shock attack gun. The new shock attack gun that we could see a couple of weeks ago when we had the new Gokanot and Mokanot models released, and this little fella was hiding in the foreground actually, but just standing there, you know, humbly pretending to be an old model. But to a trained Orky eye, some of us could see those new flames around the shock attack gun, then those new energy discharges, and as you can probably remember, I wrote about it on my blog that this is probably the new model, and later on the rumors confirmed, and this issue confirms it 100%. This model is coming out. But the first model that is being released this week, on 21st of June, so next week, is the Mechgun, Orc Mech Gun. This model will cost us £28, 36 euros or $46. As we can see on these first two pictures, we've got two different kinds of weapons. There are additionally two more, but they will be available to see on the next pages. So far we can see that there are 5 or 6 Gritchen, well actually 6 Gritchen in the crew. Not sure why they only displayed 5 over here. And on these pictures we've got the Bubble Chaka version, the custom mega cannon, and on the next two pages we'll see the rest. So as I was saying just a sec ago, we've got the new tractor cannon and smasher cannon, or smasher gun. Tractor cannon is the new interesting bit that I will speak about in a few minutes when we get to the rules of those new weapons. But for now, let's just have a look at the detail work on these models. As you can see, there's only one axle with 2 wheels, some cover, what do you call it, you know, the front bit, the hull, and the gun itself. Apparently, from what the designers said later on in the issue, the model is built in a way that you can put the gun at the very last. So probably with a bit of tinkering and some magnets, you can have all 4 options, because I really doubt that you will be able to put all 4 guns together separately and then just pick and choose which one you want to use in the game. But actually that would be amazing. Next up, we've got Big Mech with shock attack gun, and this is the new model, completely redone in plastic. It obviously bases on the old model, old horrible metal model, but this one is in plastic, so as I said, it's going to be easier to build together and probably to paint. For those of you who don't know, shock attack gun is a very peculiar Orky weapon. It works in a way that it sucks grots and snotlings into this hoover over there in Big Mech's left hand, sucks them through the pipe into the mechanism, and then spits them out through the warp into the general direction of the target where the Big Mech was aiming. And what happens then is very random. It can either, the snotlings, if it works fine, they can explode inside the vehicle, inside the armor of the Space Marine, and just, you know, they are so panicked that they will sort of scroll their way out. They would, by exiting, they will just basically destroy everything in their path because they are so frenzied. It's fun, but when it doesn't work, it can sort of replace your target with the Big Mech. So if you were shooting a, let's say, Space Marine Terminator, the Big Mech will go in the place of a Space Marine Terminator, and the Terminator in space of the Big Mech. So you can have the big Space Marine Terminator in a unit of Orcs, and you know how that's gonna end. So very unpredictable weapon. The model will be released on 21st of June, and it will cost us £22.50, 29 euros or $37. Next up, we've got 3 book releases this month. Well, actually on 21st of June. The first one is Librarian. It's a collection of 9 recent codices and a small rulebook that was available in the limited edition of the new 7th edition. The new rulebooks are the rulebook, Space Marines, Tyranids, Tau, Imperial Knights, Chaos Space Marines, Chaos Demons, Dark Angels, Eldar, and Astra Militarum. This is not the normal A4 format of the codex. This is the small book format of the codex. This means that if you buy this set for whatever reason, because if you play these armies, you probably have these codices. If you don't play these armies, why would you need that many codices? But even let's say you do buy this set, you won't be able to put any new codices in there because they are bigger, so you're stuffed. Anywho, it's very nicely done, because if it's done the same quality as the new books and the new 7th edition release, this is high quality publication. Anyways, it's very, very, very expensive. On the other hand, we've got 2 books, one by Graham McNeil called Lords of Mars, and it's 416 pages of goodness, Black Templar goodness, and this will cost us £9, £12.50 euros or $14, and the same price range for Fist of Demetrius, a William King book for Warhammer 40k. The next few pages, we've got plenty of history of Orcs, of the description of the war, explanation of the war, what is a war, and a couple of famous wars are being explained as well. So as you can see on the first picture in the frame over here, we've got War Tuska, the Tuska warlord, warboss, who has not really been explained in the Orky fluff before in detail. Now he's mentioned again, so maybe he will appear in the codex when it's released. Additionally, we've got the unfortunate case of Armageddon, where Ghazghkull has fought a certain Astra Militarum or Imperial Guard character. You probably remember who. We have a description of Wazdaka, the only warboss that sits comfortably only in the seat of his bike, and a bit of explanation of Arsonist, the biggest warlord who has gathered a huge momentum, huge war behind him, and has almost sort of destroyed the whole Imperium. Well, Arsonist is actually one of my favorite fluff characters. In Daka Daka Daka, we've got a brief explanation of Orky shooting possibilities. As we all know, Orky are not well known for their shooting skill, but what they don't have in skill, they make up in numbers, as with everything almost. So, as you will know in a second when we get to the rules, these vehicles, these weapons are not very expensive, so you can have plenty of them. Well, unfortunately, the model itself is quite expensive, but that's not important. Orcs have very varied weapons, so as you can see, we've got custom mega cannon over here, we've got various weapons over here, and we've got shock attack gun that can have very unpredictable results, all in the name of fun and good laugh, and obviously some results. In paint splatter, we've got a bit of space waste, to be honest, but if you don't know how to paint these things properly, and it's the only issue you have got, you will have a clear guide on how to paint the yellows, which is actually quite useful, how to paint Orky skin and Gritchen skin. Unfortunately, they didn't pay attention to one detail, that Gritchen and Orcs have different shades of skin, and Gritchen should be lighter green color, and Orcs, and especially warbosses, should be dark, almost black, black-green skin. That's why I, let's say, wash all my Orcs with black to close it down and to make them even darker. Also, we've got a small tutorial on how to paint those energy balls and the tube that sucks through the snotlings. In the rules section, as you can see, we've got the rules for Mech Guns. The Mech Guns come with 4 different options. As I mentioned before, we've got Bubble Chaka, which is a 36 inches range, strength 6, strength D6, AP D6 weapon with heavy 1 and large blast. The D6 over here has an asterisk, and that means that you roll only 1 for both strength and AP, which means that if you get a 6, you've got a very strong weapon, but of a low AP. And in the other way around, if you get a strength 1, which is very low strength, you get a very good armor penetration value. But obviously it's not very useful then. Anyhow, what we want with these rolls is like 3s and 4s, maybe 5s, unless you're hitting a vehicle, then you want all the 6s all the way. The next option is Smashagun. It's a 36 inches range weapon, strength D6 plus 4, AP 1, which is quite amazing, and heavy 1. You have to roll the D6 after you decide what you're shooting at, and you should be shooting vehicles with this, or your characters with strength no more than 5, or 5 or less actually, so you can get a no armor save almost, and instant kill on the character, unless it has some additional rules, who knows. But very good anti-tank, anti-heavy infantry, anti-character weapon. The next option is custom mega cannon. Again, 36 inches range weapon, strength 8 and AP 2, which is still quite amazing. Heavy 1 blast gets hot. This weapon is against your characters. Strength 8 sort of makes sure that you will be almost insta-killing in any Space Marine or any other Elder character, for instance. And contrary to what we've got over here, AP2 means that almost no armor saves will be allowed, only invulnerable saves. AP1 in regards to Smashagun means that you will also get the bonus, and it's going to be easier to destroy the vehicle with 1 shot, because AP1 will give you +2 to your result, so on the damage table, so you will need only to roll a 5 or a 6 to destroy the vehicle with 1 hit. And the last option is tractor cannon, which is anti-air weapon. Again, 36 inches, strength 8, which is nothing amazing, AP 3, but that doesn't matter for flyers, and heavy 1, skyfire, and tractor rule. Tractor rule, which is a rule that is only for, devised only for this weapon. What it means that whenever it has a glancing hit or a penetrating hit, it immobilizes the vehicle. Why is it good? Because if you penetrate an armor on the vehicle, on the flyer, it will get the effect of, let's say, weapon destroyed or crew stunt or something like that, but additionally it will get immobilized results. So you have a chance of getting 2 results on the same vehicle. Let's get to the points. The vehicle will be 18 points, and to get the other weapons you will have to spend some additional points. So for 18 points we get the Loba. So it's the old type of weapon that we've got, so it's like a gas range. It's not a gas range, it's 48 inches barrage weapon. For 5 points you can get a Zap gun, which is again the old version, but we will not get the old version in the box. You will probably have to convert from the bits that we get if you really like the Zap guns. And all the other new options are available for 12 points each. And of course, for additional 3 points you can get a Runt, or you can get an additional Grot, and for 18 points you can get additional weapon, additional gun. You can have up to 3 guns in the same sort of unit, so that means that they will cost you, like with minimum crew, almost 100 points, so that's almost nothing. In designer notes we've got, as always, a couple of the notes on how the weapon was designed and how the designers went through the designing process and why they wanted them to look like so right now, in contrast to the old weapons where they are smaller and not so overpowered looking. But what's most important, to me at least, is this little diagram, this little sketch over here. I think it's almost 1-to-1 scale, and you know what to do, guys. We can just easily convert with a set of wheels and a bit of plastic art and a bit of patience and time, we can convert another platform. So when we buy this box set, we can convert a couple of the platforms for ourselves and have, out of one box set, have 4 guns. It's a huge conversion potential. So let's not be afraid of this price, because you will have either, if you don't want to convert, you will have plenty of bits to use on any other big mechs, dreadnoughts, killer cans, stompers, Gorkanots, Molkanots, on dev dreads, new wagons, anything. If you want to convert for one box for £28, you are, and some plastic art and some wheels, you will get 4 guns, and that's quite amazing. In the Weekend White Dwarf, we got a bit of cool stuff on Grots and cool new sketches of the Grot crew. The Grot crew in the box set is built up from bits, so we've got separate hands, separate heads, and you can build these 6 guys in different various combinations, making them unique for every gun. So, closing off this issue, we've got a nice parting shot of 4 different gun options bunched up together. I would never deploy them like that, that's just crazy, but it looks cool for the picture. So anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this issue. I can't wait for the new codex. See you next week. So that will be it for the review of issue 20. Next week, as always, we're going to review issue 21, and from what we know from the back pages of White Dwarf issue 20, in the next one we're going to have Orc Battle Report, Odd Boys, and so probably the rules for the Orky Psychers, Warpheads and others, the Weird Boys. Probably new models, because the old model is quite old, and we would like to see a sort of refreshment, maybe in plastic, because it's only in metal, I believe, not even in fine cast. And Earthy Syringes, which is Pain Boys and stuff like that. So maybe new rules, maybe new models, who knows. Definitely we're gonna see the pre-order of new Meganobs and the Wobos plastic kit. So I hope you enjoyed this issue as much as I did. See you next week when we review issue 21 and have more info, maybe pre-order of the new rulebook. See you then.